Good morning. Welcome to Winnipeg. Okay. You know, it's funny how memory works. Yesterday I was saying something about in the comments below. Let me know if I missed anything. I didn't read any, nobody commented, so I guess I didn't miss anything here in step 20. We got it all. I think we did anyway. Okay. Now this is what I was thinking about. My eye just caught these T36. Now I remembered, well, while I was thinking about that, I remembered that about a week or two ago, somebody says, don't forget, and I think it was the T36s. It's just, now this is all a coincidence. I didn't plan this out. It just happened this way. Now, did I get them on there? Okay, we are looking at no, I didn't. So they got to still be in this tin here somewhere. Yeah. So here's some parts that what side are they supposed to go on here? I'm just going to push stop here and reorganize. But first, there we go. Yeah, I guess, I don't know why it is. I thought we were completely done with this, but maybe we're not. Like I said, I'm going to press stop. Okay, so when I get my little parts over here and look down into my tins, well, I did find those two little pieces that have to go over here. And then I'm seeing all this other stuff, and I'm thinking, oh my goodness, there's a lot of stuff I forgot to put on. What's the matter with me? How could I do that? And I mean, we go back to, you know, things that we have to put on back in step number 19. What made me think I could flip the page and move on to, you know, step 21 today? And then I realized, oh, a lot of the stuff, it goes on here. And we didn't put it on because we have to paint this white. And I was waiting until I got all the stuff that had to be painted white, or at least most of it, done so I could spray all those modules at the same time. Like up on top of the ship cases, at least 4 little trays that have modules in them that, you know, have to be painted white. So I guess the only thing that we can do is put these 2 little pieces here in place. And then there's nothing much else I can do until I get all these other pieces painted white. Yeah. So if I'm going to be doing any painting today, for sure I want to take off my Bismarck shirt. Yeah. HMS Rodney Day is also Bismarck shirt day for those that don't know. Comes by about once every 16 days now, I think. Okay. Well, let's do that just for the fun of it. Let's stick on the macro lens here and take a nice close look. Okay, I don't think it makes any difference which way these things go. You know, like this way. If this end is at the top or this end is at the top. What I'm going by is that the positioning peg, or whatever, is right in the dead center of everything. So no matter which way you put it on, it's going to be the same. So let's see here, what's the best way to grab onto this thing so I can sort of drop it into place. I'm just doing a dry run here now. I want to see if this is going to fit or not. Yeah, I think it's going to go down okay. So let's try not to put on so much glue this time that it just runs all over the place. Okay, come on, grab hold of it. And let's not break off our little railing that's on that. Maybe I don't have it quite right. I should maybe have it this way. I'd use Tony's tweezers, except that they're just a little bit too heavy duty. These actually will work a little better. Yeah, I think that's going to go down in there okay in the slot once I get some glue in it. Soften the paint. Maybe I'll take it out, and we'll put a little bit of glue on the peg, and also a little bit down in the slot. I'm just going to do them one at a time, in case it takes me a while. Oops, come back here. Okay. Now just moisten the peg. Now I think this is going to be okay. I'm going to want to turn this around like this. Why is it not going down? It almost is. Is it catching on that? Maybe if I use this end, I can put a little bit more pressure on it. My goodness. Like a bull in a china shop. Okay, I'm going to do the other one the same way. Maybe I'll put a little less glue on. You know what? Why don't I reposition here and move in just a little bit closer? We don't need to see this area out here anymore. Okay, now you can see we've got squeeze out here. And I'm wondering, what can I maybe get that out of there? Well, it's still a little bit soft. Or am I only going to make things worse? I think it's some better. If I was to go in there, you know what? We're not going to see that anyway. Yeah, this is the far side of the boat, isn't it? I mean, ship. Okay. I think that'll soften the edges, so it'll fit good. Now I did try to put a little bit less on, so I'll just have to take this now and turn it over. But I don't want it to be touching something else. I'm going to just take it out of sight here. Okay, now the last time I tried this, I didn't have this thing on square and it sort of slipped off. Why is that not going? Well, you know what? I think it's catching on this piece right here. Maybe if I was to see if I could push it up just a little bit somehow here. Oh, don't break the railing now. Okay. I think with my other hand you can't see it, but just above there's a railing, and I did brush my hand against it and I kind of broke it loose, but we'll fix that later. Seems to me it's the one that I fixed before once. This will not. Okay, maybe I've wedged it up enough now. All right, let's just leave that the way it is there. Let me check the monitor. Yeah, that's gonna have to do. Okay, this is what I broke loose when I was fastening those two little boxes. I think we'll just use some super glue here, or CA glue, and I think I'm just gonna. Well, I was going to say I was going to quickly do it off camera, but maybe not. Maybe I'll just move in and... Well, I guess we're going to have to use a holder downer here. I'd like to get it to drop down in the exact same place as it was before. Let me check the monitor. That looks like it's pretty much it. Now I'm going to rely on the fact that this is probably going to wick its way along. That's my hope here. We'll let that cure. I know it probably doesn't look like I built it up very much, does it? But I think it's going to work. Just going to put on a sniff of curing agent. That should activate it within about 30 seconds. Now, I would think that probably I should be able to lift off my holder downer, and that should stay in place. And then maybe I can, off camera, just reinforce it from the back a little bit. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's in place. See if it moves when I touch it with the brush. Yeah, that's glued. Otherwise that would move. Okay, I'm just going to reinforce along the back here just a little bit. Although, do I need to? Maybe not. Maybe we'll just leave it well enough alone here. Yeah, I got a story to tell you about dogs barking. And what happened is one of the viewers said he was sitting in the airport and he was listening with earbuds or noise canceling earbuds to one of the episodes, and the dog barked just like that outside, and he heard it and he thought it was the sniffer dog. At the airport. Isn't that something? Yeah, you never know where people are watching from. Oh, no, wait a minute. Okay, come on then. I'm sorry, I wasn't quite ready. I was telling my story, wasn't I?
Oh, I used to go to meetings inside Stony Mountain Penitentiary, and they always had sniffer dogs. And the handlers were always saying, "Don't pet the dogs, don't pet the dogs."
Yeah, because it's a natural reaction. You want to pet a dog.
Yeah, the dog wants to be petted, but it's supposed to be, I guess in that case, sniffing out drugs or ammunition or
Yeah.
arms, whatever.
You would wonder, how could they smuggle drugs into a penitentiary?
Oh.
Unless the guards were crooked.
Well, I mean, it could be in your pocket.
Well, I suppose, yeah. I would have thought they would search you.
No, they don't do a head search.
No, eh?
Goodbye, Uncle Ron. You're the best, Uncle Ron.
Thank you for coming, Missy.
I'm ready to move in with you, Uncle Ron. They bought a rotten cat, and life's gone downhill at 68 County.
Bye, Missy. Yeah. All right. One last little tickle here. Yeah. Okay.
It's a nice day for a ride.
Yeah, it's not too hot, is it?
No, not yet.
It's almost too cool right now.
Yeah, a little bit cool. A little warmer in the sun.
Bye, Missy.
Thanks, Uncle Ron. And all goes well. I'll probably see you later on this evening.
All righty.
Maybe. We're on the screwy schedule.
Yeah, everybody's got a dog except me. Missy the dog. Missy the dog. Okay, now, when Missy came in, I was just about ready to push record and say, I don't know what I should do right now. Should I continue on to step 21 and make some of these smaller pieces like the cradles and so on, because the ships are already made. Oh, one thing that I noticed, that it says make 3 of the larger boats, and when we've got 4 there, and maybe that's why in Nigel's kit of boats, he only did have the I think it was 3 of the larger boats, because you only need 3. And I guess there was 4 because of the way the sprues were, or something like that. That's all I can think of. Yeah, because it says clearly it says make 3. And then the smaller boats, of course, we've already made the one, and it wants us to make the other one, the really small one now. Yeah, we made the medium-sized one for step 20 here. And okay, so what do I do here at this point? Do I paint everything white so that I can put some of these smaller pieces on, or do I move ahead to step 21? Or yeah, to step 21. Because as you peruse through, there are no more places where we're going to be making inside modules. You know, where there's going to be like inside bulkheads that we have to paint. Everything is basically on the outside. Yeah, and then it gets to the place where we start dropping some of this stuff we've made down onto the deck. So the thing of it is, I don't want to paint. I just don't feel like painting. So I think I'm going to move on to 21. And you know what? I can't paint anyway. I mean, look what I'm wearing. I'm wearing one of Jeff's nice shirts. You know, I always say I can't paint when I'm wearing Jeff's shirt. So, okay. Let's move on. You know, I should really do some editing. Yeah, I should do some editing. I'm going to go do that. Probably take me a couple hours. Might go for a bike ride, see what happens. We'll see what happens. Okay, I'm guessing 2.5 or more hours has passed. And it is a beautiful midsummer afternoon out there. And I did get out for a quick scoot. Actually, 2 quick scoots. I went to, first one was to McDonald's on Henderson and Welms Lane. Had a cup of coffee. second scoot was from there through the old neighborhood and then back home. Yeah, 2 separate scoots. If I have to get off the bike and back on again, I call it a ride. Okay. We have already made the boats, so we don't need to make them. It looks like we have to make ourselves a gun here. 8 of them actually. Oh my! Have to make 8 of these, and the cradles we have to make. We have to make 3 cradles. And that would be for the larger boats, I guess. And they will be similar to this one, which we made way back, I think, on step 19. And that was for the medium-sized boat, which is already made. So, well, let's get going here. Let's stop talking about it. We need the T sprue, T23, and we need the M sprue. So, okay. T, it'll probably be, I have 2 different sets of T's. I got T1 and T2. T1 has the lower numbers and T2 has the higher numbers. Okay, so we will obviously need the T2 and the, I think I said the M. Where's the M? There we go. There's the M. What else do we need? Okay, T, L, L. Okay, here's L. This is my high-tech filing cabinet. Well, it looks like that's going to get us going. Then when we get into the gun, to make the gun, we need the U sprue. Well, we'll worry about that then. Let's just put this back over here carefully and get some of our little pieces. And, okay. So off of the T sprue we need, okay, we have to make 3 of these. Oh. Wait a minute. Okay, we make 3 of these and 1 of these. I thought that somehow these were the same ones, only a different view of it. No, they're different. So we're not going to want to be getting these mixed up now, are we? So let's just make this first one. Then we'll make 3 of this one. I think that's the way I'll do it. And then once again, if you remember the last time when I did these, it seems to me that I left these cradle pieces attached to the sprue, because each one is a slight different size to match the contour of the hull, which is not the same all the way along, obviously. Okay, so we need T23. Well, I can see it already. Okay, so we need these 2 pieces, and the long ones for the other ones are the 33s. Oh, I was going to say there isn't enough, but that's it's not the T sprue, it's the U sprue. Okay. Okay, T23. Very, very carefully now. I'm going to use the fine nippers to get this one. Okay, so we got those. I'll trim them up later. Do we need anything else here off the T sprue for what we're building here? No. Okay. I'm just going to put this away and get the rest of the pieces, and we'll look at them and after I get them cleaned up. It's getting on here this afternoon. I'm thinking of winding her up anyway. Okay, how long have I been doing this model ship series now? About 6 years. And for 6 years I have done it perfectly. I've never made a mistake. So what I'm about to tell you right now is really going to surprise a lot of you. I have made a mistake. When I was cutting off the number 23 here off of the other T2 sprues, there are 2 of these T2 sprues. I never looked at this to see what it said. I just assumed that because from arm's length, you might say, these looked alike, but they're not. So I nipped off the wrong piece. So we need this piece for sure. And all right, we got it. Now, I know you can't see the clock here, but it's after 2, and I'm going to call her quits for this afternoon. Yeah, we'll go at this again tomorrow morning, all being well. So thanks for watching, everybody. And all being well, we'll see you tomorrow.